to make it right today. And even if it does not come out the way you would like it to come out, believe me, it's just look at it, be positive, and look at it in a certain way where you say, tell you what, everything happens for a reason. You have to begin to find, you have to begin to create happiness in your life. Everything happens for a reason. And the reason is, you may not know it, but your conscience will begin to start working and say, maybe I shouldn't have done it that way, or maybe something else. So just let it be. Tomorrow is a brand new day, and it may just turn out to be perfect the way you want it. Es un gran gusto saludarles, compañeros. Hoy es martes, el 15 de mayo, y estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Canal 10, Nortevisión, aquí en Trial Farm, Orange Walk. Y los arreglos que tenemos con las compañías proveedoras de cable permite que nuestra señal se vea por todo el país de Belice. En Corozal, en Orange Walk, Cayo, en la ciudad de Belice, en San Pedro, en Stan Creek y en Toledo. También, si vives en la circunvecindad de Orange Walk y no tienes cable, optas no tener cable, como muchas personas optan no tener cable, entonces, pero quieren ver sus noticias o algo así por el estilo, puedes, el único canal que vas a poder ver es Canal 10, que es absolutamente gratis aquí en la vecindad de Orange Walk, 20 millas. Es más, hay aldeas en Corozal que ven Canal 10 absolutamente claro, y hay aldeas en el sur que ven Canal 10 absolutamente claro. También hay aldeas en el distrito de Belice, como Bomba y Lucky Strike, que ven Canal 10 claro. Y también saludos a la gente que están fuera de nuestras fronteras, en la ribera del Río Hondo, que nos ven a diario. Muy buenos días todos. También quiero recordarles de que estamos en el internet y simplemente tienes que entrar en la página YouTube, primero de todo. Entonces, buscas el programa Sugar City Morning Show, pero entonces tienes que agregarle la fecha que tú quieres, para que quieres ver. Si quieres ver el de ayer, vas a poner, obviamente, 14 de mayo, ¿ok? Y así te aparece el programa porque está archivado en ese programa. Compañeros, es un gran gusto saludarles. We're transmitting live from Nortevisión Channel 10 here in Orange Walk, and we're on cable. You can also watch us from an off-the-air channel, which means that if you live within the radius of 20 miles or more and centered in Orange Walk, then you can watch Channel 10 absolutely free. In fact, that's the only channel that is available in this vicinity. And we're also, ladies and gentlemen, on the internet, very simply going into the YouTube program. But first, primero, vamos a entrar en una oración, por favor, para darle gracias a Dios por todo esto. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones, por tu amor incondicional, por la vida, por las fuerzas, por la salud que nos das. Te pido hoy, Padre, serenidad para aceptar las cosas que no puedo cambiar. Valor para cambiar las cosas que sí puedo cambiar. Pero también, Padre, te pido sabiduría para reconocer la diferencia entre uno y el otro. Muchas veces, Padre, nos empeñamos a cambiar lo que no podemos cambiar. Y ahí está el problema. Y las cosas que sí podemos cambiar, lo dejamos ser. Ayúdanos, Padre, a poder discernir entre uno y el otro y a poder efectuar los cambios tal como lo vemos necesario. Te pido, Padre, por todos nosotros, que tengamos un bonito día. Te pido, Padre, por la gente que más lo necesita, los enfermos, los ancianos desamparados, los niños desamparados. Y por todos nosotros, Padre, que tengamos un bonito día. Amén. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the general weather forecast for today, Tuesday, the 15th of May. And the general situation is described as generally fair conditions prevail. Well, I just want to quickly tell you that this is May. Estamos pleno mayo. So the 24-hour forecast says it's going to be sunny with cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated, but a few more will affect the Maya Mountains this afternoon. Well, it doesn't say anything about northern and inland areas, so we may get a little shower, but they're being forecast for the southern part. It is the Maya Mountains. The winds blowing from the east southeast at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state is choppy. The temperatures along the coast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going all the way up to 89 degrees along the coast with a low of 80 degrees. Inland, we're going all the way up to, get a hold of this, 96 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 73 degrees as a low. Now, 96 degrees is quite high, but the feels like the ambient temperature, which means that taking into consideration the humidity that is beginning to experience, the high relative humidity, will make the 96 degrees Fahrenheit feel like 103, 104 degrees. So please be careful. In the hills, 84 degrees as a max and 69 degrees as a low. There are no advisors in place. Just to quickly tell you that within 2 weeks, we're smack into the hurricane season. And so just be vigilant of that and begin to put the hurricane plan in writing and have a meeting with your family. You might think that I'm talking foolishness, but no, you have to have these things in place. And even if you don't tell that person detailed instructions, but at least you have a plan which as a family you have sat down to discuss, and that is important. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms to develop. So tomorrow, Wednesday and Wednesday night, there is a distinct possibility or a high probability that we will have showers and thunderstorms. A high tide this morning at 9:31, a low tide at 4:27 this afternoon, another high tide at 10:51 tonight, and a second low tide tomorrow morning at 3:52 in the wee hours of the morning. The sun rose this morning at 20 minutes after 5. You notice that we have clarity. In other words, even though the sun hasn't popped over the horizon, we already have light in the area from about minutes after 5. So even though the sun hasn't popped over the horizon, this is a direct reference to the moment when the sun pops through the horizon, okay? But it's already clear 10-15 minutes before that because of the sunlight that is still affecting the earth. The sun sets this evening at 17 minutes after 6. The moon will rise, but the moon actually rose this morning at 25 minutes before 6, and the moon sets today at 6:43. Thank you, Francisca Wellington. Thank you very much. Compañeros, este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes 15 de mayo, y son las 7:11. Este reporte indica que tendremos buen tiempo hoy. Es más, tenemos, vamos a ver rápidamente esto, perdón, sí. Ok, con buenas condiciones hoy. Hoy indefinido, soleado, con periodos de nubosidad hoy durante el curso del día, parcialmente nublado hoy por la noche también, chubascos aislados, pero el sur, la porción sur o la porción de las montañas verá un poco más de lo que el resto del país ve. Los vientos son del este-sureste de 5 a 15 nudos. El estado del mar algo agitado. Temperaturas por la costa. Y aquí va a, por la costa 89 grados como una máxima, 80 como una mínima. En el interior del país 96 grados como una máxima y 73 como una mínima. Y aquí quiero hacer un comentario que 96 grados es una temperatura bastante alta. ¿Ok? Y si estás caminando o estás chambeando, cortando caña o lo que sea por la calle, vas a sentir un calor intenso. 96 grados es fuerte. Pero se complica la cosa cuando a este tiempo, cuando tenemos un poco de la humedad ya entrando. ¿Ok? Hay nubosidad. Hay un poco de humedad, ya estamos acercándonos al tiempo de lluvia, ¿ok? Y esta humedad causa que la temperatura de 96 grados se sienta como si fuera 103, 104, a veces hasta mucho más, ¿ok? Así que te puedes sentir momentos de exasperación, de cansancio y especialmente para los viejitos y los niños, esto pudiera causarles problemas. Así que, por favor, no hagan lo que no es necesario, manténganse en un lugar fresco porque pudiera causar problemas a ciertas personas. En las colinas, 84 grados como una máxima, 69 como una mínima. No hay advertencias en lugar, pero simplemente recordando a todos de que el 1 de junio estamos en la temporada de huracanes y aunque no hemos tenido huracanes fuertes en el mes de junio, sí hemos tenido tormentas tropicales. ¿Okay? Así que hay que siempre estar pendiente, tener eso pendiente. Mañana miércoles y miércoles por la noche vamos a tener chubascos aislados con tormentas aisladas desarrollándose. Así que mañana hay posibilidad o hasta probabilidad de que tengamos tormentas. No define dónde, simplemente si te das cuenta el tono del comentario es de que hay mucha inestabilidad y pudiera causar tormentas mañana. Además, cuando tenemos tanto calor intenso, pues natural tiene que venir tormentas o chubascos fuertes para calmar el calor. La pregunta es ¿cuándo? Es muy probable que bien mañana o jueves tengamos buenas tormentas. Una marea alta hoy a las 9:31, una baja a las 4:27 por la tarde, otra alta a las 10:51 por la noche y una segunda marea baja mañana a las 3:52. El sol salió hoy, compañeros, a las 5:20, pero está claro desde mucho antes. Y el sol se oculta a las 6:17 hoy por la noche. La luna de igual forma salió a las 6:25 y se oculta a las 6:43 hoy por la tarde. Muchas gracias Francisca Wellington y muchas gracias a Morris. También quiero saludar a todas las personas que están cumpliendo años hoy o que están celebrando aniversarios hoy. Que la pasen muy bien. De parte de todos aquí en Nortevisión Canal 10, le deseamos todo lo mejor. Compañeros, vamos a una pausa, pero estaremos de vuelta con ustedes porque tenemos mucho que discutir. Vamos a esta pausa cuando son las 7:16. No se vayan, estamos aquí de vuelta.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town, You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine.
Las tiendas A&R orgullosamente anuncian la llegada de un gran surtido de artículos justo a tiempo para el mes de mayo, mes dedicado especialmente para celebrar y honrar a nuestras queridas madrecitas. Si buscas fragancias, electrónicos para el cabello, electrónicos para el cuidado de cabello, relojes de mano o artículos para el desarrollo físico, no busques más. A&R lo tiene todo. Y si buscas sobrecamas en todas medidas, toallas, cortinas para habitación o baño, juegos de olla, contenedores para basura y muchos artículos más para el hogar, una simple visita a A&R lo resuelve todo. Tiendas A&R, donde el gran surtido y los mejores precios hacen toda la diferencia. Visítanos en cualquiera de nuestras tiendas: Corozal, Orange Walk, Ciudad Belice, Belmont, San Ignacio, Dangriga, San Pedro y ahora en Ladyville.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk. from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
From the whiplash. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 23 minutes after 7. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show para hoy, martes el 15 de mayo, y son exactamente las 7:23. As always, it is a distinct pleasure to say good morning and welcome to Mr. Robert Checky Usher. Good morning, Checky, and welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much. And we know it's always a pleasure, but you have to go through a lot of things before you bring me in, man. What are the whole issue with all of that, man? Morning, pa.
Morning. No comment.
Yeah, it's a lovely, beautiful Tuesday, pa. We are at the middle of the month, the middle of May. Like nothing was done there at the 15th, but we're here, Manuel, and we know that lots of things are happening around the country. A lot of things, a lot of negative things that happen that is so sad, you know. But we will try to see our best to report on some of them here this morning. But we knew it's Tuesday and we will have Delvey online in a very, very short while.
Okay, let's deal with Delvey.
Yeah, let's see if we can get
deal with Delvey, right?
Delvey, because she usually needs to get ready to go to school.
Exactly. So, and it's
well.
23 minutes, 25 after 7, so it's only right to ask her to come online.
All right, let's get Delvey on. Meantime, we report on Delvey. These days are being very, very, very hot. Yeah.
And that's why I put out the National Weather Service did not put out a caution, but I was just commenting that we have to be very careful. 96 degrees temperature is rather high, but the feels like temperature can be much higher than that. So if you try to wear light clothing. In other words, if you're working out in the sun or if you're walking, don't use dark colors. Use clear white cotton, preferably cotton.
Yeah, that's it. You need to try to say how you could beat the heat.
Exactly.
You like
we have Delvey?
Yeah. Hi, good morning, Delvey. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good morning,
Mr.
Delvey.
Checky.
Good morning. ¿Cómo estás? How you doing?
Bien, gracias a Dios.
Have you had any rain in San Pedro over the past days?
We had a bit of sprinkling. When was it? I think it was Sunday in the evening, but yesterday we just have heat.
An intense heat, right?
With the heat is on, yes.
The heat is on.
Yes.
Well, I gathered that on Sunday as well, there was some rain in certain areas in the Orange Walk district, but not in the town area. I gathered that in areas like San Juan and I think it is San Luis, it rained, and it rained rather heavy, but in the town it did not rain.
Okay.
And I was expecting some rain.
Somehow you sound very bright this morning, Delvey.
Yes, I'm alive. I am blessed. So
Okay.
I can't complain, Mr. Checky. I can't complain.
It would be a sin to complain, some people say.
Yes.
Because God gives
I'd
us
be
so
ashamed
much.
to come.
Can you, what you have for today?
All right. This one that I have is entitled Just Hold On.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, just hold on. Many times we go through struggles, a constant battle in the spirit and mind, with so many questions that are geared towards the one true divine. But his promises he always keeps, even if the timing is not convenient to when we would like to see. He never promised that things would not get difficult or that the well will not get dry. He never promised that at times things might not get crazy or tears will never run from our eyes. He never promised that we might not want to put down the cross or feel very sad when we have a loss. But he promised that he'll always come in the right time. Giving up is not an option when you're in the midst of making a decision. When things always that sometimes do go wrong, be strong, hold on, because through the Lord will guide safely on. Just hope.
That's okay. Okay. We had a little problem with the transmission there, with the reception there, but I think that we have pretty much gathered the gist of the message. And I think that it coincides very strongly with the message I had in the first segment of the show, and that was, if things don't turn out the way you'd like them to turn out, and you know, from the very beginnings, you got something they bother you, and you go like, oh Jesus Christ, I mean, not now, and we start to renege, and we start to complain, and we start. Everything that happens for a reason. At the end of the day, we have to search for our own happiness. We have to make our own happiness. So the way we look at things is very important to create that happiness. So again, you mentioned timing and patience.
Yes.
Timing is very important. Go ahead.
Yes. No, the timing and the patience is a learning process, Mr. Emmanuel.
Exactly.
Because from time and time, you know, it doesn't matter how old we are, we are humans, you know. We want things, we want to do things, and sometimes it's kind of hard for we. But then, you know, we need to be reminded that God is in control. And sometimes when we want no good for we, it feel good, it might look good, but sometimes no good for we.
But it requires also that the person have a conscience and have faith. Because many times, because of the way we do not think, rather than saying the way we think, rather because of the way we do not think, or because of the faith that we don't have, we like to attribute certain things to bad luck. And say, that bad luck they hamper me, that you bad mouth me, that this and the other, but we don't realize that at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. But that line of thinking is born out of your own conscience.
Yes.
You see? And that helps you create a better day. Say, tell you what, Dios sabe lo que hace. I'm just going to stick through and accept everything. Just hold on. At the end of the day, patience is what is necessary. And tomorrow is going to be a bright new day.
Brighter day. That's right.
Thank you, Delvi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Great as always, Emmanuel. Great inspiration all the time. And I'm sure that many people learn from these poems that Delvis sent in for us every Tuesday and Thursday. We know, Emmanuel, that since going to Guatemala via the western border, because we have different points, no? By the Melchor, we know ever since they have these taxis, these little combis running from the Melchor border, because there is a fee if you would like to take your Belize registered vehicle over to Melchor. I think it's 100 and something quetzal, I'm not sure, but I understand it goes for, you can use it for a month or 2 months, something like that. But then it has been a custom that many people then drive to the border, park their vehicle, and they catch the cabbies over there.
Which is easiest thing to do, really.
Yeah, the easiest thing to do, because it's not so far. I think a cab charge almost $3 or $4 to the market area where most people go, you know. But then tensions has been arising because we are seeing the presence of the Belize Defense Force at the border now. You know, they are
doing what?
They are making their presence there. I understand it's for more more security, and not only for against the Guatemalans, but security for everybody. So what they want to do, they want to put up a gate by the adjacency zone, because some of the taxi drivers, they come all the way to the border when people are exiting the Belize border.
So where do these taxis park? The Guatemalan taxis?
They park, some of them come all the way after the area where you spray. Because as a cross.
Is that on Belize side or is that on the Guatemalan side?
Well, I don't know if that a Belize side after you spray, because when you spray, that the Guatemalans charge you. But before you go in there, then I think this is an adjacency zone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But there must be either you're on one side or on the other.
Yeah.
What does the what does the news say about it? Is it on the Belize side? Because they're moving these Guatemalan taxis. So if it were Guatemalan territory, they couldn't move them.
They couldn't move them.
So it only stands to reason that they are in Belizean territory.
Yeah, because...
So we have all the right to move them, because you can't have Guatemalans parking in our territory or Mexican taxis coming to park in our Belizean territory. Would you permit your neighbor to come park in your yard?
But vice versa, the Belize taxi, they can't go park on Guatemala side.
But we don't.
Business, and they can't go on Mexican side as well.
And we don't.
Right? So it's supposed to be the same way.
So why the problem is, why don't they get vexed?
Because they always try to cause problem.
Okay, so might as well get them out from now. So
get them out one time, Joe.
Get them out one time.
Yeah, because they got some of the media over there, they report that that the Belize stopped the students, the Guatemalan students, they come over to study, and they beat up a taxi man and a lot of things.
That's not going to happen. That's just loose stuff.
But you know how some of them behave. But we are just reporting on it to make people know that there are no problem with Belize. Belize don't give no trouble.
It's not a problem. It's just some Guatemalan taxi drivers that have been accustomed to parking on the Belizean side of the adjacency zone, and according to the news, and that now the BDF is doing a fence. But what's important about all of this is that you see how they react. Mm-hmm. You see how they react when he push out of the fence and then none holla.
Yeah, correct.
What if we would decide to build a fence right now, right down from Toledo all the way to Benque, you know, how they would react.
Yep.
All right? That would be World War III, if you ask me, because some of these people are just going to become so maddened.
Yeah, someone says...
And this is one of the reasons why we need to clearly go to ICJ and make them, give them a mandate and say, hey, this that for you side, keep there.
Yeah.
This that for we side, make we keep on for we side.
Yeah, somebody say, pero tenemos que comer.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, because they run taxi, they make money. So
well, make that side of comer on the other side.
Yeah.
Just like we do pan for we side.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, because if people, no care where you park, brothers, if people want to go over there and find, and they're going over. Yeah, this one said, they park in front of the adjacency zone, which is on the Belizean side.
Thank you.
And the BDF is there not for more security, but it is the BDF Light Engineer Company building a fence.
Thank you very much, sir. You're well informed.
All right, see? So we get it right there. He said, yeah, so that what happened in that era there. But you see how the tension gone up, the tension gone up high right away. So what, we can't do nothing then? We can't do no development?
This is for we side of the fence. This is for we side. I told you we could do what we want with it.
Yeah.
Huh? How dare them?
Yeah. Así que está pasando allá, Emmanuel. Ellos están poniendo como Belice está causando problemas. Y no es así.
No es así, no es así. Así que, pero que menten todo lo que quieran. Se van a apaciguar, se van a tener que apaciguar y van a tener que caerse la boca. Punto. Van a tener que, porque al final del día existe la ley dice, esto es mi territorio, eso es tu territorio. Tú quieres correr taxi, tú ponte en tu territorio. No vengas a hacer taxi en la mía.
Yeah.
Y no, pero no quieren, están acostumbrados. La cosa es de que por tantos años los hemos permitido venir.
Ese es el problema.
A entrar a mi, no me importa, pero que ven aquí, estacionate aquí. Y ahora que les estás llamando la atención al hecho de que estás en mi territorio, ahora se enojan. Pues está jodido la cosa.
Yeah.
Está jodido la cosa. Que de mi propio patio no te puedo decir, ¿sabes qué? Salte.
Yeah. Y ese solo es un parte que está haciendo, como tú estabas
man,
hablando.
No, que se vayan a su país a hacer su propio taxi.
La gente siempre va a buscar a ellos.
¿Seguro? El beliceño se estaciona, tan pronto sales de aduanas, tan pronto sales de migración, ahí están nuestros taxis beliceños en territorio beliceño.
Right.
Ahí están los muchachos ahí y buenos días, saludos. Pero ellos no se meten en el lado guatemalteco para estar buscando pasajeros. No es correcto. ¿Por qué el guatemalteco va a entrar hasta nuestro territorio para buscar para buscar pasajeros? Y cuando les llama la atención se enojan y hacen bronca. No, man.
Yeah.
No, enteramente. Eso no está correcto.
Ese es como los squatters' right, Emmanuel. Give people a lead break.
No.
You give people a lead break and you want
yo estoy de acuerdo que se vayan al otro lado.
He said, Belizean taxis do not cross the border station. Guatemala comes all the way close to the Belizean border, to the border building to charge money and get the passengers.
¿Ya lo ves?
Yeah. And they said they even passed the OAS building into the Belize side.
Pues eso ya cambió. Pero la cosa es de que estaban acostumbrados a hacer esto. Ahora que estamos corrigiendo la situación, ahora se enojan. Pues no faltaba más.
Right, so that's the situation. Pero queremos que la gente sabe que Belice y el Belize Defense Force no está causando ningún problema ahí. It's on our side.
Es nuestro territorio, y estamos rectificando una situación simple. Belice no le está causando un problema a nadie.
Someone says, good morning, I think we need to stop addressing our border as an adjacency zone because we have a border. Let the world know that they are parking in Belize.
You have a distinct point, whoever that. We are just using the adjacency zone as a reference here.
Yes.
Because it's one of those things that happen when in the facilitation process, the adjacency zone was created. Yes, we have a border. Yes, I agree with you, we have a border. But the adjacency zone was created as a confidence building measure. So it's not as if we're telling you that there's not a border. It's just we're making a reference to the general area there.
Yeah,
but I take your point.
Next text message, by say, and yes, the fence is built in order to have the Belize law enforcement agencies to do their job better and to have better border control of persons entering and exiting our country.
Thank you very much. That's exactly it.
Yeah. So what them want make you do? Them want make you go over there and ask them if you could do it and explain to them what you do.
But you in your own country, you do what you want.
Yeah. So, but that is what's happening. But we understand that things has calmed down.
Okay.
Well, you have to calm down. You have to calm. Maybe we take one break, pa.
Yes, let's take a break. It's exactly 7:41. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be discussing. Have you been by the river recently? I know it has been on the news and everything, but have you been there? We'll take a look at that and many others when we come back after these short messages.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife,
culture and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things, things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
A high school basketball showcase took center stage at the first ever event to take place in the historic state-of-the-art Belize City Civic Center. Thanks to the government of Belize, Belizeans now have a massive modern entertainment and convention facility to be utilized by all sectors of society.
I have gone on record to say as well that Teachers' Day this year, which will come in next month of May, will also be here in the Belize Civic Center. All 5,000, almost 6,000 teachers strong will converge here in the Belize Civic Center for a massive event. There is no other place in this country that can hold the kind of numbers that the Belize Civic Center can hold.
Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 13 minutes before 8 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Las 8 menos 13 minutos. Un gran gusto saludarles aquí con el amigo Robert Checky Usher. And during the break, we were talking about an accident that happened some time ago.
2 weeks ago, on the 27th.
2 weeks, on the 27th of April.
Yeah.
Slightly more than 2 weeks ago. And we have been following this case because, as best as I can remember, that you told me that the driver of the vehicle was in Transform.
Yeah. Right.
Can you follow up?
What happened is we understand that there was a parked vehicle. Remember when we first reported that story right here on this show, Emmanuel? Because we reported it early on the Monday morning. It happened on between Friday night and Saturday morning. What happened is, remember I told you that where that the pedestrian crossing was, right here at Trial Farm, we're always telling the vehicle to run like crazy. Well, it looked like one vehicle may park. This vehicle was coming from Tongue, the one that crashed into the other vehicle. Apparently, one next vehicle may park and he crashed into the vehicle, right? The vehicle may get damaged. I think I showed you the pictures of the vehicle, right?
Of the vehicle that it crashed into.
No, that the one that crashed.
The one that, the one that was coming from Orange Road.
Right. And what happened is, I understand that some folks were out there and they start beating up these persons. It was 2 persons in the vehicle. The passenger is the one that passed away. There was 2 persons in the vehicle. I understand they beat them with machete stick and a lot of things. That's the
Why did they beat them up?
I don't know if somebody may own the vehicle when they park there, and maybe there must be some friends may there together, and they knock into for their vehicle.
Okay. It's more probable that you have that kind of situation, because if out of nowhere people come and beat you just because you crash into a vehicle that they don't know of, it seems improbable.
Right,
but
right.
that you have to have some vested interest into that vehicle.
Yes.
So maybe these people owned that vehicle that was crashed into.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Right, right. Or they had something to do with it, no? But so what happened is, what happened is, Pa, is that they beat up the young people, right? And we understand from the family that this Mr. Putt that passed away was in the condition to give a statement. And we understand that the police refused to take a statement from him at that time, which afterwards he went into coma. So
they refused to get a statement from him?
Right.
Well, why would they refuse to get a statement from him? Wasn't he a witness to the accident?
I don't know if they may figure must may look after his safety or his health, or to try to get him to the hospital or whatever happened.
But you said they refused to get a statement from him.
Right. So after he got in a coma, they can't get no statement for that. But right now, the family upset right now because of what the attorney is saying, that probably this person could have died from the impact of the vehicle. And they
could have or died from the impact of the vehicle.
Died from the impact of the vehicle. So what happened is, the family are saying that they have videos, they have pictures, and it doesn't look like that, you know. But I don't know if that impact of the vehicle can cause this type of death. Let me ask you to share with us the postmortem.
So the person who was in the vehicle, who crashed into the other vehicle, the passenger has died.
Yeah, the passenger.
Consequent to the crashing of the vehicle, when the 2 persons came out, they were beaten, as far as you can.
Right.
They were beaten, or there was some sort of confrontation, physical confrontation, let me put it this way, with another group of people who were there because they were upset that the other vehicle had been crashed into.
Right.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
As best as I can gather the information. So this person, the passenger, has unfortunately passed away. The question is, did he die because of the whiplash from the vehicle?
Well,
the accident? Or did he die because they beat up so bad? That is the question.
This is a post-mortem report there, Emmanuel.
The post-mortem was conducted on body of Demetrio Putt and medical officers certified the cause of death as septic shock due to multiple organ failure due to fracture spondylotitis of God knows what, C22, C23, due to whiplash syndrome. These doctors have this way of using these big words that makes it almost impossible to understand what it But at the end of the day, multiple organ failure comes when you get a blow to your body. Though that blow could have been caused by the accident, but more probable as well from the beating that he got. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
pero
ahí no me meto.
Yeah. We have to send condolences para la familia que está allá. Son de Caledonia, Emmanuel.
Persons from Caledonia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we go to the next story, make us see if I got some text messages. They say right here, the Blackwater Creek, one man, he is, I think, a foreigner, they want to say. He buy one trip a mile for cover the whole drain lately. And me, the underwater. We have her.
You know the rain?
You know the rain. Anyway, it's hard for you to read it because
how will you be underwater if it hasn't been raining? Just a question. Clarify that to me.
Yeah. So, all right, Pastor.
We'll try to deal with these situations before we go into.
Yeah, because these are current.
These are current, right? But the issue of the contamination of the New River, I was there yesterday, and the preview, and I've been following up on this story because I believe that this should be the responsibility of all citizens of Orange Walk to follow up on this situation. I believe that the New River is an integral part of our community, and as such should be kept safe, should be kept pollution-free as much as possible, contamination-free as much as possible, because it is a source of life.
Yeah.
For fish that we eat, it is a source of transport, a mode of transportation for us and for tourists. It is also used as a mode of transportation for sugar ferries and molasses barges. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's more than that. Whenever the river becomes contaminated, we become sick. Very, very simply put. And over the years, I have tried to create an awareness where we must protect the river from contamination. But again, ladies and gentlemen, again, the river is showing signs of contamination. The fish are dying. There is this thick film over the river, and I can recall Dudu Antonio Novello calling me, and in the show,
yeah, he called on the show last
talking
week
to us about that. Consequently, I think he was on Channel 7 News, because I watched that, or Channel 5 News.
Yeah, he was on 5.
He was on 5. And also on the other, we have done extensive coverage of this. And it seems to be a never-ending story, ladies and gentlemen. Never-ending story. Why is it that year after year, we have the same problem over and over and over again? We heard some time ago from the Department of the Environment that they were following up and doing tests. We hear nothing else about the results of those tests. We're supposed to know. We're supposed to know. There is a fish kill going on. Department of the Environment has claimed that this, according to the news, am I right? They claim that they're doing some studies, And then they put out a release saying, oh, we're following it up and doing some tests. But it behooves all of us, you and us and everybody, to follow up. And we have a right to ask questions and follow and ask them, where going on with those tests? Did you find anything irregular? Did you find anything? And if you did, what are you doing about it?
What was found in the documentary that you did?
Well, that documentary was not meant to point fingers.
Okay.
I was not meant to point fingers. That, the pointing fingers part needs to come from the authorities, and we are not authorities in that regard.
There wasn't a group, Emmanuel, that I think one time you told me you was going to
attend Friends of the New River, and I'm wondering what's going on with the Friends of the New River, because at the end of the day, we made, and that was part of it, but until I walked out, because I thought that honestly we were not going anywhere. Neither Belize Sugar Industries was willing to accept anything. Neither did anybody along the river who we suspect could be the causing agents. None of them were willing to accept. Now, these things just don't happen. Fish just don't start dying, gasping for breath. It is because of something that's going on in the river, created by an external factor. It either could be the heat, that is the heat of the water that is coming out. It can either be contaminants from any one entity, and we're not going to say whom, because this is exactly the problem. We don't have the proof to go along with it. But this is where the Department of the Environment, we rely on them.
Yeah.
But we're not hearing anything from them. So we wonder, what is the problem? Is it going to be, are we going to be subjugated to carrying this year after year after year, and nothing is being done about it?
And we cannot say that they do not know, Emmanuel, because that story that Mr. Novello did last week, that was all over the country. So they must see that, and that report was a really frightening one when you saw what's happening there in the river, Emmanuel.
Of course, the fish dying.
So
if you were to pass, I'm sorry, if you were to pass by the New River now, you will see a film over the New River, over the river, okay? And that film is something that you see only from a certain section of the river by where BSI is coming forward.
So that other side is
does not have it.
Because this is where the river runs, right?
Does not have it. So we know that it's coming from someplace along that area.
Yep.
So but we're not saying it comes from BSI. We're saying it comes from that area.
So are we figuring out, or probably the Environment Department are afraid to go into these areas?
We are calling them out to find out what's going on. All we need to find out is, what kind of tests did you do? I mean, this is our river. And I have done extensive work and research, and it hurts me to know that the same thing keeps going on and on and on. And you have these highly paid bureaucrats and people defending all of these large conglomerates, saying, no, it's not us. It might be so. It might not be so. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the people of Orange Walk Tongue and other villages are the ones who take the brunt of it.
So we cannot make any use of our river right now.
We cannot make any use of our river right now. And please don't eat the fish, because the fish is contaminated. Okay? You see literally the fish dying on the river. Now, I could go into a little reasoning as to why the fish die. And that is because the river is lacking oxygen. Normally the fish breathe through their gills and they extract oxygen from the water. Okay? But it turns out that because of either high heat or something else that is being thrown into the river, I don't know what this thing is, it's causing a lot of organisms, microorganisms, to bloom, to blossom, to bloom, yes, to bloom or to live in the river. And that's why many times it turns green. It's not because green is the color of the pollution, it's the color of the microorganisms that live in there. And they consume all the oxygen. They just consume all the oxygen, and the fish are left without oxygen. And so they have to be coming to the surface of the river to breathe.
Yeah.
But what is causing this microorganism to all of a sudden be so prolific in numbers?
Is it because of the heat in the water?
Is it because of the heat, or is it because something is being thrown in there? Or this is what we surmise. We don't know if it's a fact. And we may be all wrong about it.
Well,
but this is where we depend on the Department of Environment to tell us.
If something is being thrown in there, it has to be some type of waste, Emmanuel.
It has to be.
You know, so we have to look who along the river are letting go waste.
And who is responsible for that?
Well, I don't know that who, because I don't go around there yet.
But no, as to who is supposed to be following up on the story, doing the examinations?
We're saying the same thing, Emmanuel. You have to start from the Department of the Environment.
Thank you very much.
I don't know where they go. The people pass through, you know, because sometimes you see them vehicle pass through. But it look like they're not going in that area there. You know, if they pass through to pick up something or when they do at Corozal, I wonder if this situation reaches all the way to San Esteban as well.
I gather that it goes all the way to San Esteban and it goes all the way to the Corozal Bay.
What?
Yes, it does, because that's just the way the river flows.
Yeah, that's serious poisoning in our river, boy. You know, but...
And this year isn't as bad as other years. Other years it happens that the river turns putrid. In other words, it smells just putrid.
Who mans the Ministry of the Environment, Emmanuel? Isn't it Figueroa from San Ignacio?
I don't know who is the person.
I have to find out who and try to reach this person and tell them make them people and follow up on this, because this is a really serious situation. This that with Tongman, Emmanuel, he said we won't hear nothing about them because it's hard to say this about our people, but any investigation done is cancelled with money. And you know what I mean by that. We need some people who really want to serve the country and not only their own benefits.
Thank you very much, sir. You have it. I think I applaud you for saying it as bluntly as that.
But that's a big shame on those people if they do that, Emmanuel.
Tell me about it.
That's a big shame. The people that collect their salary, man, and you are the collect money for continue damaging your river, damaging your country. Like them one when we catch the last time they collect money and play on a bolido they gonna collect. You remember? That no bolido they me play the night before because I'm on holiday. What's the big joke? The reality?
Yeah, well, the reality is that a cierta gente les vale madre. Les vale, simplemente. Mientras que se llenen su bolsa, no estamos tirando acusaciones o tenemos prueba de esto, compañeros, y no estamos mencionando nombres tampoco.
Yeah, the river is a big part
so we
of
have to be very careful about this.
Is it that,
pero tenemos que hablar la neta.
Emmanuel, when the issue came up with those foam plates, isn't it from the Department of the Environment that they're implementing for us to stop using those foam plates?
And exactly so. Right? And they have an anti-pollution act. And they're trying to put these things in place And at the same time, it's the whole thing, their response is not contiguous with the way they have portrayed it to be in their website or in their mission, because apparently, unless I'm wrong, but this thing has been going on for years and years and years, so there has to be something that they know that we don't know for them not to share it with us. It has to be that somebody knows what is causing this problem. Because how is it that year after year after year, we have the same problem? We call the Department of the Environment. They come in and put in they put out a little press release and say, oh, we're following up on this thing. Para taparle el ojo al macho.
That for me que shut up your mouth.
Que shut up your mouth. Y decirnos más luego, oh, we're doing some tests. So, that's just to appease the population. But enough of that, man. Enough of that. We tired of that.
Yeah, why I mentioned the thing about the foam plates and so, Emmanuel, if they could deal with that. That is not an immediate situation. The river is a more immediate things that they need to deal. Why they couldn't deal with the river as well? If they are looking so much after the environment, it's good that they are doing that. But then this river not today, you know, Emmanuel, where this thing happen. This the years and years and years ago. I remember for downtown you used to smell.
Years and years ever since I go to school picnic at the La Immaculada School. 1968, 1969, 1970. When the river used to stink and turn green and all the way up to Main Street and past, you used to smell it. And people while used to get black.
And the river used to still. It looked like you know the run at all.
And people, cutlery used to get black. And they found out that there were chemicals in the air that were not supposed to be there. They found, one of the things was, because we did our own and found that there was some sulfuric content. Man, we not got no volcanoes around here for got sulfur. So where is this sulfur coming from? Where?
Yeah. Well,
is that an emission from someplace? I mean, I'm throwing out questions, ladies and gentlemen. I'm throwing out, we don't know. But why was it that people's jewelry and people's cutlery and cooking utensils were all of a sudden tainted? I mean, like turning black and green. Is it, what are we putting out into the environment? And why isn't the Department of the Environment doing something about it, for God's sake? I mean, we tired of hearing, oh, they're doing something about it. Well, do something about it and inform us, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, before we go on the break, Pa, somebody sent a text pertaining to what we were discussing a while ago, you know, about this thing with the Benke situation. It says, Checky and Emmanuel, stop worry about taxi drivers at the border. These Guatemala taxi drivers are members in Benke Association and Corporation. I'm going to take a break for that.
Let's take a break on that.
Hi, I'm Judy Hua, and I'll let you know about my DigiNet experience. It was so easy. Literally, they just asked for a few things like my ID, They asked for my address, and they even asked me questions that how could they improve their service. I won't lie, I'm a social media holic. I would surely recommend it to my friends, especially when we're doing our FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls. You know, our calls won't get dropped.
See you guys in a bit then.
For my professional side, well, I do television, so for me, we have to download a lot of files. We have to ensure that when we receive them, we check them before it goes on air, and DigiNet has made that experience easy for me. I have the 5 meg plan, which is wonderful because it's only $69. So I'm really glad that they did the promotion. In my area, in Kings Park, I was the first one to sign up.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
In the Capital 3 budget, provisions of over $43 million have been made to finance the following key infrastructure projects. Continuation of the upgrading of the Hummingbird Highway, $11 million. Continuation of the Belize Southside Poverty Alleviation Project, $4 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of new sections of the George Price Highway, including the construction of a new double-lane bridge at Roaring Creek, $13 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of a new section of the Philip Golson Highway, $5 million. Commencement of work on the new Airport Link Road, joining the access road to the PGIA, joining that with the Western Highway, $3 million. Commencement of work on the new Hallover Bridge, $3 million, and commencement of work on phase 1 of the Caracol Road project, $4 million. In addition, provision of $9.5 million has also been made for projects in the education and health sectors and towards our vaunted poverty alleviation programs. Mr. Speaker, I should point out that as we have done in all the years since taking office, we will again be financing our capital program wholly from concessional sources provided by our international development partners. We will not be borrowing any funds on commercial terms. These are the investments that will continue the transformation and continue to bring the jobs to lower even more the unemployment rate and lift lives and the economy.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore Southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious Southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious Southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned Southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built, linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
The first 2 phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first 2 phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is 19 minutes after 8 o'clock. A beautiful Tuesday morning here in Orange Walk. Gran gusto saludarles, compañeros. Las 8:19. Una mañana preciosa aquí en Orange Walk. Estamos hablando acerca de la contaminación que se está viendo en el río últimamente. Es un tema que desde hace un par de semanas ha surgido a la atención nacional, a nivel nacional, porque estuvo en las noticias, tanto la noticia local como la noticia en la ciudad de Belice. Pero estamos viendo que le estamos dando seguimiento a esto porque al final del día se hicieron ciertas promesas de parte del Departamento del Medio Ambiente y estamos dándole seguimiento precisamente por esto, porque al final del día nos dijeron de que se harían ciertos análisis, ciertas pruebas, pero no estamos escuchando nada acerca de los resultados de esas pruebas que se hicieron. Y todavía sigue sucediendo la situación difícil con el río y pues queremos saber qué es lo que está sucediendo. Año tras año tras año, compañeros, pasamos por la misma cosa. Ya es tiempo que nosotros, la gente de Orange Walk y la gente de las aldeas que se ven afectadas, pues que tengamos un poco de determinación y fortaleza y fuerza en unión para tratar de buscar formas de terminar con esta contaminación que nos afecta. O siquiera saber qué es la causa. Y si supiéramos la causa y lo pusiéramos en perspectiva, entonces menos mal. Pero no saber, entonces nos provoca tener que apuntar el dedo a este y al otro y al otro y al otro, y muchas veces estamos en error. Así que, ¿cuándo vamos a conseguir una explicación directa, verífica, que podríamos decir, esto es lo que está sucediendo? Y las personas, si es una entidad que lo está causando, ver que esa entidad deje de que suceda esta situación. Al final del día, debemos de decir no a la contaminación, pero no sabemos la causa todavía aún. Y eso es lo que estamos buscando. Y no escuchamos nada de parte del Departamento de Medio Ambiente. Y les estamos pidiendo que por favor nos den una explicación acerca de por qué está sucediendo esto.
Somebody said this, Manny, look for me with one eye. Not me, you know. Say, look for me with one eye and close the other. Tell the environment people to find where the muriatic, acetic, and ammonium acid they come from.
Well, if you know about all of these acids, young man, being found on the river, then you're there one little bit step farther than me, because I'll be honest with you. I know that there have been allegations that hydrochloric acid and ascorbic acid and all sorts of muriatic acids are being used by a certain entity to clean up the evaporators or condensers or God knows what at one of the entities. Yes, but I gather that the water that comes out goes through a certain process where none of these acids are supposed to be coming out in the river. That is the problem.
What was the direction of the meeting?
That was the problem, because none of these acids or elements or chemicals that you mentioned, the Department of the Environment, so they say, has not been able to verify the existence of those chemicals in the water. You see the problem?
And
you
said
see
it right.
the problem?
And you said it right, so they say.
So they say. You see the problem? Can it be that it's a situation that was explained just beautifully by somebody when he says money talks and BS walks?
The rest walk. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días.
Yes, buenos días, buenos días.
Buenos días,
señor.
Mr. Leiva, Kawai, Mr. Leiva.
Good morning, Mr. Leiva. Good morning, brother. How you doing? How you doing?
Fine, fine. I'm surviving this hot weather, man.
Yeah, so are all of us.
This is a part of the situation.
How the bees in this time of the year?
Yeah, that's why precisely I call, no, because we have a situation as well. You know, Orange Walk is one of the leading agricultural district of Belize, right?
Yes,
For
sir.
instance, we are autosufficient in grains, as rice, corn,
beef,
and beans. We're also one of the biggest districts producing cane as well. And because of the immense deforestation of forests to plant cane, even though the prices have gone down, you know, for the past, I think, 10 years, they have been mentioning that the prices will actually collapse, will go down, no, because of the amount of cane being produced by our countries.
And
the production of sugar beet. Now I noticed that here in Orange Walk, we beekeepers, no, are being faced with a mass deforestation. We have to continually be moving bees. And right now, in Europe, a part of the US, they have part of one chemical, which is known as neonicotinoid, right? This chemical is being used currently in citrus. It was once used in papayas. And for several years, we had this problem with them, no, that they're actually killing the bees. Right? In fact, in most cases, this type of chemical is being banned. It's only to be used in controlled greenhouses. Right? Now, last year I took some bees to Kato, in citrus groves. I thought it would have been a very good venture, no? Something that I have learned, wanted to do. Move bees to the citrus out there. There's about 60,000 acres of citrus. A lot of honey is being wasted there. Nobody's actually harvesting the honey of the citrus. But to my amaze, no? To my surprise, I took 22 colonies and my other friend took another 22. I only didn't sell a single ounce of honey. Because the people in the grove, they're spraying the field as soon as the new shoots, right? Whenever the flush is coming in, they go and apply a sprinkler. By the time my bees are dead, right? So I really didn't get any ounce of honey. And the reason why I believe that this is a good topic that you bring in along, no? With the people who are environment, because they were actually working along with we in the Ministry of Agriculture. When I was with the ministry, I no longer with the ministry. But we need to streamline some things. The use of chemicals, the use of probably deforestation. Look at the Mennonites. When they enter in the area, they just leave not a single tree. Right? And I believe that there was once a law that you had to keep like a corridor. You need to keep a little forest at the end of your land. So this became like a little corridor for even wildlife to cross. But when these people they do away with forest, they do it completely, right? They once went to Mexico in Salamanca, and they went and they applied the same technique over there. Mm-hmm. Man, these people were taken to court. They had to even know, as we speak, they have to replant, right, with the biodiversity of plants to bring back the corridor that the ones existed there.
Why is it that they can do it here without any sort of...
That's why I mentioned to you that this is a very important topic. We need to get the people from environment to actually enforce certain laws.
But do you know if those laws are there, sir?
Well, yeah, you check with them and you will know that that exists. And I understand that this year in course, I guess they would have a new office by what you call the carbon sequestration unit, right? So this carbon sequestration unit will actually do us beekeepers a favor, because then you can maintain your forest, and they will come and calculate the amount of carbon you would actually sequester from your forest, and you will be paid for that, right? So by so doing, we beekeepers will be able to actually have some forests there for us, for our bees, no?
Okay.
But it's very important, this topic, because a lot of people think about the fishes dying on the river. It could be a whole combination of things. You know that whenever it's too hot, water, right, that is not running, would actually do not have oxygen. As it becomes green, you leave a container of water outside with the sun. In no time, maybe 2-3 days, it becomes green. That means it holds no oxygen. Right? Whenever we do hydroponics, we need to constantly be moving that water so it aerates again. Right? It becomes oxygenized. And also, there's a heap a lot of things. I use a lot of sugar to feed my bees and the wet rainy season, and I went there to talk with them, and they had a band. Well, not a band. They had a control number of sacks that you can be sold. Like for instance, brown sugar. Mm-hmm. I use basically brown sugar to feed the beekeeper because it doesn't have no chemicals. So they were telling me that the white sugar doesn't have any more chemicals because they have banned the use of other chemicals now. The process that they're doing, it's not because I'm with the sugar factory, but that's what they told me. But I mean, the environment need to get a hold of this and see what is true and what is not. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but I really enjoy this talk show, no? Okay,
thank you.
We want to invite you to come on one of the days, man.
But definitely, man, anytime we talk about some bees, Right?
Mío no,
quiero decir también de que...
What's your number?
Lo que a mí me intriga
You got it?
es
Okay.
de que se ha mencionado de que el precio de azúcar ha caído drásticamente. Y mira, tú vas aquí, a donde yo tengo mis abejas aquí por San Román, San Luis, San Antonio, y la cantidad de selva que se ha estado tumbando ahorita, ahorita, en este tiempo. A mí me da mucha tristeza de que y no están consiguiendo la cantidad de ¿cómo le llaman?, de producción por acre. Yo recuerdo cuando estábamos nosotros acá, cuando yo estaba en el ministerio, el tema era, en vez de ampliar horizontalmente, aquí había que levantar producción
verticalmente.
vertical. Quiere decir que en vez de sembrar 100 acres, sembrar 40 y conseguir la producción de 100 acres en 40 acres. Y es utilizar las técnicas agronómicas, fertilización, química, posiblemente hasta irrigación. ¿Me entiendes? Pero hay muchas áreas, una siembra ya se acabó la selva y un año de producción y desapareció.
Gracias.
¿Sí? Así que tenemos que ver bastante en esto, ¿no?
Gracias.
Ok, y quiero decirle a los apicultores también de que tenemos la cuestión de la nueva peste que estuvimos hablando hace 2 años, el escarabajo pequeño, y ya está aquí en Belice, ya en toda la parte norte ya tiene la infestación, así que tenemos que tener control, hay que asociarnos con el ministerio a ver qué podemos hacer para controlarlo.
Señor Leiva, te quiero invitar para que vengas al show a platicar. Tengo tu número, 630-7681.
Correcto, cuando estén dispuestos, ahí me dan una llamada.
Ándale, te estaré llamando, señor. Muchas gracias.
Ok, gracias, ok, bueno.
Quiero aumentar un poquito más a lo que el señor que llamó dijo y simplemente decirles de que cuando estuve yendo a Honeycamp la semana pasada o hace 2 semanas, noté que hubo un cañal muy cerca a la laguna, ¿ok? Y en una sección alta, donde se supone, lo repito, se supone que se está usando fertilizantes y químicos para fumigar la maleza y bueno, cualquier tipo de mantenimiento que se necesita dar. Y lo que me di cuenta es de que por su posición de este cañal, que cuando llueve, ¿dónde creen que se deposita todo el químico? ¿Dónde creen que se va todo ese químico que se utiliza en estos cañales? Se va directamente a la laguna, compañeros. Cierta gente diría, ¿qué daño le va a hacer? Hay daño que le está sucediendo, atestado simplemente por el comentario que hizo la persona que llamó, que dijo a la persona que llamó que cuando estaban denudando cierta selva en otro país, en México, que esas personas tuvieron que hacer para tratar de rectificar la situación. Aquí yo no sé si el Departamento de Medio Ambiente está consciente de los efectos de todos los químicos que se están utilizando alrededor de las lagunas y alrededor de los ríos, que está causando aún más contaminación. No lo sé. Y ciertas personas dirían, pues, ¿qué más vamos a hacer si no podemos utilizar estos químicos? Cierto, es muy cierto. Pero hay que buscar los químicos que no hagan el daño que otros químicos hacen. Hay químicos que son fuertemente, que son fuertes y que van a matar todo lo que se encuentra en su camino. Hay químicos que no son tan fuertes, que pudieran ser usados. Así que hay que buscar la forma, compañeros, para mantener nuestro medio ambiente, porque si denudamos todo, si matamos todo, entonces ¿cómo vivimos nosotros? cómo vivimos.
Yeah.
Si las abejas no pueden vivir, perdón que esté haciendo un punto aquí, pero si las mismas abejas no pueden vivir, ¿cómo crees que se van a polinizar? Usando la palabra, no sé si lo usé correctamente, pero las abejas hacen tan buen trabajo de ir de flor en flor tratando bueno, es un efecto, es un impacto fuerte. Y si no tenemos abejas, entonces, ¿qué va a suceder? Si no tenemos ratbats, entonces, ¿qué va a suceder? Si siguen denudando nuestras selvas, ¿qué va a suceder? La humanidad se muere también.
Yeah, we need to go on a break, pa.
Claramente. 8:38, compañeros. Estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
Since my mom switched to Diginet, my internet experience has not been the same. My online gaming is on point. I can keep up with my online classes and I enjoy Netflix and chill even more. Nothing beats Diginet's reliable internet speed. I pay only $69 monthly for my 5 megabyte plan. It's perfect for my budget. And you can even get higher speeds that's bundled with free mobile and free home phone for even more savings. But don't take my word for it. Visit the BTL office and ask about Diginet today.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine.
Las tiendas A&R orgullosamente anuncian la llegada de un gran surtido de artículos justo a tiempo para el mes de mayo, mes dedicado especialmente para celebrar y honrar a nuestras queridas madrecitas. Si buscas fragancias, electrónicos para el cabello, electrónicos para el cuidado de cabello, relojes de mano o artículos para el desarrollo físico, no busques más. A&R lo tiene todo. Y si buscas sobrecamas en todas medidas, toallas, cortinas para habitación o baño, juegos de olla, contenedores para basura y muchos artículos más para el hogar, una simple visita a A&R lo resuelve todo. Tiendas A&R, donde el gran surtido y los mejores precios hacen toda la diferencia. Visítanos en cualquiera de nuestras tiendas: Corozal, Orange Walk, Ciudad Belice, Belmopan, San Ignacio, Dangriga, San Pedro y ahora en Ladyville.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show.
Pa, are you happy, pa?
14, I'm going to say 14 minutes before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 14 before 9.
We have one last thing to talk about, and that is it has been announced that the convention for the People's United Party, that there will be a convention for the PUP in guess what division? Orange Walk East Division. So, two persons are going up against each other. One is not giving up. In other words, one is saying, this section belongs to me. Yeah. Now, they worked this section for the past so many years.
This is my turf.
This is my turf. Get out. And the other one say, bolstered, encouraged by his recent victory at the polls in the Orange Walk municipal elections, He's saying, well, I could win more, I could win better than you.
I could do better than you.
I could do better than you. You lost the last election. I can win in that election. But a lot of people are saying that mine, Mr. Bernard, same thing happened to get the same kind of consequence as what happened to Mr. Darrell Bradley.
Oh, Darrell?
Left the mayorship, figuring around the Caribbean shores. And the same and if you look at what actually happened, Darrell lost because Mr. Castillo had been removed. So the people who voted against the establishment and went and voted for the other one because they never liked what and do Mr. Castillo.
Yep, yep.
So put this scenario in place that people from the PUP can go in and vote for Elodio Aragon if either one of those candidates, of their preferred candidates, they don't make it. Case in point.
But some of the strong UDPs in the Caribbean shores told Darrell, we want you for mayor. Stay as mayor.
Stay as mayor. Why did they try run for House of Representatives now?
Yeah, but you see in Darrell case it was a different situation because remember Mr. Castillo was in power in that area. This time Joshua not in power. So that's a different situation. But what happened is
but Joshua has followers.
Yeah.
Has a group of ardent followers. So what do you do in that situation? If Kevin would win, if Kevin Bernard would win, what are those Joshua followers going to do?
Yeah,
that is the question.
Somebody says they say Kevin will win. They say he lost 2 times. I think Joshua only lose 1 time because he took over the reign in 2015 when Marco Tulio Mendes stepped down, right? He took it up in 2015. I understand he lost, if I'm not mistaken, around 700 votes. To Elodio Aragon, or 500.
500
yeah, 500 votes. But you see, what happened is, if someone is in the area, and this time when this town council election came about, we have to look, it's a very peculiar situation because what happened is that when Joshua lost in that area, Elodio Aragon was fresh at that time. You know, and remember all the Lee scandal will come out where they try frame the doctor. You know, they try mess up the man, right? And that go down to the party. I remember when Marco Tulio Mendes won, he won with less than 100 votes. But he had the big support of Marcel Cardona behind him. Now we got Joshua and we have Kevin. They go up for this convention. And we know that in the East, well, a lot of people don't last their confidence in the United Democratic Party because of what the result will say for the municipal election. We don't know if that one turn because you know what a convention do, pa? You go your way with your crowd, I go my way with my crowd. So things can get split in the middle, and there's where the other candidate come up and get stronger and win.
But that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. And what if Kevin were to win against Josue? What are those Josue followers going to do? Well, will they do exactly what the UDP did in the Caribbean shores? That is a distinct possibility and very, very interesting.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're being imposed.
Our party.
You're being imposed a person above, above the person who has been there for the longest. So, hey, people may have very strong feelings about this thing.
Yeah, somebody
they may have strong feelings. Yeah. As I tell you, I mean, they won't vote.
We got strong feelings.
Bernard.
We got strong feelings. Check it. Our party leader is taking advantage of Joshua, but we will beat party leader and Kevin. Referring to, I don't know if Johnny is supporting Kevin or what's the situation. You understand? And someone said, tell Emmanuel not to discourage Kevin because we will vote for him in convention, but we don't want him in the East, and in the general, we will go against him. The same thing what happened to Landy. when they change Cardona, the same thing will happen to him.
Well, I'm not discouraging anybody, mind you. Nothing in
No.
my comments can be construed as any discouragement to anybody.
Yeah. That's not what your message transmits.
I am not. I am just very simply commenting on what the results can cause.
Yeah, but you know also I see one post with Kevin Bernard and a monk of people you see behind him that like when Finnegan they walk on the street. I don't know what a picture take.
Another thing is that because one thing that is very, very important is that Honorable Elodio Aragon won in that division by 500 odd votes. The municipal election showed that there were a lot of UDPs voting or showing their disfavor. Let me just put it that way. But a lot of people didn't go out to vote as well. Did not go out to vote as well. So if Mr. Aragon can manage to rectify the situation in his constituency, then no care who come up for the PUP, he will continue winning.
Yeah, because rightly what you're saying, the people that didn't came out are the UDPs. But the PUP came out in full force, that's why they win big, right?
Right. So if Mr. Aragon can manage to rectify that situation, and I gather that he's already doing it, then he's going to win. That continue winning in the Orange Walk East Division. You understand what I'm telling you? Because the people did not change heart. They were just sending a protest as best as I can.
Well, I hope he get a message. I hope he get a message.
As best as I can see. They tell you, shape up.
Yeah, tighten up.
Tighten up. Straight up. That's what they're telling him.
That's your way, but that's not our way, so tighten up.
Right? So come up and deal with the certain issues. Make we talk straight. Make we talk straight.
Yeah, people
because that is the reality.
People have the different views after this. After Joshua invests his time and money, they want to kick him out. They say it's not fair. Remember where the most of the Caraballo family lives. You know? But Emmanuel, it's going to be an interesting situation, and the thing is that sometime in the conventions, when the party they with you or the party leader they with you, that then you get the edge, you know. But
because the mechanism is with you.
Yeah, but
the party mechanism is with you, and Joshua is going to be at a distinct disadvantage unless he has the support of some of the big families in that area.
Yeah, and the Orange Walk East is a very big constituency as well.
Oh yes, it is a big constituency, and I hear that Kevin Kundug not in Santa Marta.
Oh yeah.
Because the people in Santa Marta tell him, no aquí, papa. Hard.
Yeah, well, we will see what will happen. That will be in what 25 days from today.
Yes.
Today is the 15th.
Today is
15.
Today is the 15th. No, actually, yeah, right. It's in 25, 26 days from now. June the 10th. That's enough we think, but we're just commenting on it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it falls within the scope of things.
What the people did was send a message, Aragon, loud message. He needs to shape up with his character. He will be one-term minister. Well, that is what people are thinking, but then it's left up to him. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes when there are people here there think they get vexed, you know. They say, why you read that thing? But it's good for you to hear it because you need to know how people think, so you can react on those people's reaction. Right?
That's right. That's right. Because if you could play like you or react like an ostrich and just bury your head in the sand and pretend that the problems
then the silent assassin will catch you.
Then, hey, well, bulldozer's gonna come and pick you up and raise the whole area, and you and your covered head are just gonna be history.
Yeah, you remember what was the name of his father's newspaper or leaflet that they used to have out. Voice of the Silent Majority, the VSM, you remember that, right?
Yes, I remember that.
All right, so you just need to know what happened and listen to the people. And
like I said, and I think I articulated the comment just perfectly well, indications are that he is taking the correct measures to begin to rectify the situation that caused him to lose by 900 odd votes in the East Division municipal.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So if he can get back those people,
and it was a high turnout as well, right?
If he can get back those people and get back those people who did not go out to vote, he can clear.
Yeah. Well, he has his task, and we have announced that the convention comes up. He says, a voter of the East, I stayed home and didn't go to vote because of him. Let's hope he can shape up. By the way, I will never vote PUP, but Mr. Aragon, tighten up.
You see? Verbatim what we said. Okay. Verbatim.
But this election has nothing, this convention has nothing to do with Mr. Aragon right now, right?
Has nothing to do with
But
Mr. Aragon.
people are reacting.
Yes.
You
yes.
know?
Pero it's 2 minutes before 9 o'clock. At this moment, I'd like to say thank you to the production team. I'd like to say thank you to you, Checky.
Your family there, you know?
Huh?
Your family there? Omarcito.
Oh, really?
You don't see her yet?
I don't see Omar yet.
I see the man yesterday. The man get fat by.
Fatter?
Yeah, he get fat. The man get
fatter.
The man they blow up, man. I surprised when I see the man.
Omar, donde estés, saludos, eh?
You know, Omar, they put the program together this weekend too, right? And I guess he will be visiting us before the end of the week.
So, just to remind you that this program repeats at 9 o'clock tonight. And, but by all means, we will be with you tomorrow morning at the same hour. Muchas gracias por la sintonía. Nos agrada mucho escuchar cuando me dicen, Manuel, les veo cada día. Muchas gracias por eso. Compañeros, pásenlo bien. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
And if you have to move away from your TV, we're live on YouTube as well, right? So we are close, and tomorrow we attack again. Folks, have yourself a wonderful time, a wonderful day. And we could sing the song today. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's a very hot day, but I can feel that something good is coming my way today. Hasta mañana, pa.
Hasta luego. Se cuidan mucho.
Sugar City Morning Show.